I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. The end of democracy, the end of America, or are we just whiny little bitches who get mad over meaningless crap?
Is there no God?
Meaningless crap, like forging election documents and then taking those to the Capitol in 5 states. In 5 states, people claiming to be state electors sent paperwork to Congress and the National Archives that falsely claimed, without qualification, that this group of people were the duly elected members of the Electoral College and that Trump won. The problem is they sent this paperwork and actually showed up after the real electors had already certified that Biden won and they had submitted their paperwork. So is this their plan to overthrow the government? Nuh-uh, we won. Here's the proof that we aren't lying. We're the real electors. See, Trump won. We signed it. Yeah, we cool, right? Okay, Trump's president, right? All right, yeah. No. This was their plan. In 5 states, over 50 Republican officials signed their names on forged documents and submitted them as official documents. I used to change the grades on my report cards. Here, Dad, I got straight A's, and Mark isn't class president. I signed it. And I never got away with it once. I did time. I was grounded. I missed dances. I had my car taken away and my bike. But these enemies of democracy, these destroyers of America, are still walking around free after trying to stage a coup. The weird thing is all the forged documents across 5 different states are all the same. That's odd. It's almost like someone, planned it and then set it up, and then tried to stage a coup and end freedom to vote by faking official election documents and did it from a central base, So the coup to take over the White House is coming from inside the White House. So there you have it. Donald Trump and his minions not only tried to decertify the election, then sent terrorists to the Capitol where they attacked cops and tried to kill the vice president and the Speaker of the House. They coordinated this coup attempt across multiple swing states to flip the vote by impersonating official electors. We have Trump asking the Georgia Secretary of State to find him enough votes to win.
I just want to find 11,780 votes.
We know he discussed declaring martial law to hold onto the presidency that he lost. Hell, he lost 4 times in Arizona alone. He lost. He tried to steal the election. We have evidence, recordings, violence, an obese army of numbnuts that he told to fight. He committed treason. He planned treason. And yet, after a year of trying to end our way of life, to end our precious democracy, Trump is still free and playing golf. No arrests, no indictment, nothing. But I do take some comfort that at least he has to stay in Florida. It's almost worth it. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. I would go to prison over Florida. Of course, it's the same thing, really. Think about it. Whatever's going on with you and your magical, soft focus key light thing that follows you in the world.
You just waltzed in here. This is the best we got.
We worked on this. Hi, everybody. Christopher Titus Podcast. With me, as always, the lovely Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the Highlander.
There could be only one.
There can only be one. We had last week, I want to thank Eric Feigelding again, Dr. Eric Feigelding for his amazing insight into Omicron. And I love that he's been the whole time, he's been like, mild my ass. And
right. I'm seeing his tweets come back up.
Only 1,600 people died today. It's mild. It's mild. It's just
somebody's penis exploded.
It's like a mild jet crash that kills everybody. 4 of them a day, 5 of them a day. So thanks for having him on last week. We're going to do more with that.
Who are you thanking? You said thanks for having him on last week. Oh, you're welcome.
No, I had him on. I called him.
Thank you.
That's right.
You're welcome.
I did. Well, you thank me. Appreciate it.
Appreciate
it. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
I want to thank Eric for being on. He was awesome.
Doctor.
We are now have a weird time. So we have found this week that, thanks to Rachel Maddow, who seems to be the only person on cable news, period, that seems to be presenting the facts Is it just because we like her? She's not the liberal Tucker Carlson. She's like, this is what...
We do like her. I know a lot of conservative people hate her.
Because she does tell the facts.
And you're not pulling like a Fox News person who only watches Fox News, right? So you're not just only watching Rachel.
No, we watch CNN too, but we've noticed something.
We watch CNN, and I always flip to Fox too. I love to see what they're covering versus, especially during big news cycles. Like I'll always tell him this past week, go to Fox. And we watched Fox for quite a while that day. And what was the big, it was a huge news.
It was when the documents came out, that we're about to talk about. The documents came out that in 5 swing states that basically they had the same format, that basically they sent alternative slates of electors who weren't working for the government at all. That basically said 12 Republicans of that state signed it, went to drop off their elector documents.
So wait, Fox reported on this?
No.
Oh, okay.
So it's blowing up it's on CNN, it's on MSNBC. We're like, oh my God, this is like the smoking gun, because all the documents were the same, which mean they came from a central place. Like they could all get tracked to the White House copy machine.
Yeah.
That's kind of how they were. And were all signed by these people. By the way, when did criminals get... Here's how stupid these people are. Not only are they fake electors, not elected, they showed up thinking, well, hit Trump one. And sorry, we already got these paperwork. We can't. That does not, what did they think was going to happen? They think that the government of those states was going to go.
They thought nothing was going to happen, which is what's happening, which is what happened to Trump for now 5 years.
Which is still happening.
Yeah, and we're still having
Well,
it,
that was the Armageddon update was kind of about that. That's why I'm kind of screaming about
nothing.
it.
That's what most of these people, like Duncan Hunter, who called it a witch hunt. Duncan Hunter, who is our California rep, or was, and then still ran and campaigned, and even though he had been indicted, and then got convicted, and then Trump pardoned him. It's like there's no end to how they'll get away with things.
So, like we've been saying, just about every episode of the podcast for the past 2 years, that whatever Trump says or claims that the other side is doing, that's what he's doing.
That's what he did. At least he did that.
So this is a literal, an actual coup.
He was actually trying to steal the election.
Yeah.
100%. And we have smoking guns now. But like you said, so now we have 5 different states at least that have the same paperwork, that put in a fake slate of electors to actually give paperwork. And I just don't understand what they thought. Did they think Wisconsin was just going to go and Pennsylvania was going to go, okay, thanks for this paperwork. Thanks. No one's going to notice. No one will notice. Knows that the 16 electoral votes that were supposed to go to Biden are now going to go to Trump. No one's going to catch us. All right, good job. What did they think was going to happen? So they did it. They signed their names to it. Every single one of those electors is now part of a conspiracy to overthrow the government that basically committed treason. I don't quite get what they were thinking. No, sign it.
Well, did they think that, yes?
By the way, when you murder somebody, make sure you touch everything. Everybody leave a lot of fingerprints, because we want to make sure they can track it right back to us. You know why? Why make the cops work hard?
Because the murderer is not the murderer. The murderer is you, so let's pretend.
Yeah, why waste the time? Don't make them work, for God's sakes. They tough enough. Oh, make sure you leave DNA samples too. How about I just sign it? Okay, just sign it. Just sign it with your name. That's
in fact, just lay down. We're going to draw a chalk outline of you.
I don't get it. What were they trying to pull off?
Well, we know what they were trying to pull off.
Yeah, but it's the dumbest.
The same thing Trump was trying to pull off.
But it's the dumbest thing.
Were they?
That's why I feel hamana. Every time we get to dumber, I go hamana. What happened?
I know, but they keep getting away with it. He keeps getting away with it. It's like we used to get so excited, right? Like Rachel Maddow, what was great about her show is that it runs like a true crime show. And she releases new investigation reports and documents and evidence and subpoenas and different things, testimony, depositions, and we're like, it's over. For anyone else, it would be over.
Right.
And if we could just go back through and take every episode over those 4 years and list all of the crimes we were like, he's going down. It's happened. And he never did. Like now, Letitia James, the New York AG, has released that in some documents last night that she filed with the court that she has significant evidence of criminal activity in the Trump organization. And back in the day, we would have been like, oh yeah, now I'm just like,
I rolled my eyes. Well, first of all, the evidence is this. So he claimed his house was worth, when he bought, to get the value of it to borrow money, he claimed it was worth $500 million. But for his insurance company, he claimed it was worth $5 million.
$5.
We got him. And I go, really? That's not really a crime. If that's how we're going to get him, fine. I think sending a bunch of people to kill Nancy Pelosi and Mike Pence probably worse. I'm guessing it's worse.
I mean, is this the Al Capone?
We just get like he's murdered millions of people. And, it just seems to me that and he's not getting in trouble, and I don't understand why. I think this document thing, though, maybe it won't be Trump, Mark Meadows. Someone's going down for this. They got to trade.
It's always someone else. It's
right.
Yeah, Mr. Trump. What's his name?
Michael Cohen. My name is
Cohen.
Mr. Trump said to me, I don't know. I did what Mr. Trump wanted me to do because Mr. Trump, that guy.
Yes. He always goes down.
I laid down in the chalk line.
Yeah, exactly. I signed my name.
I signed my name.
I did. He did. He literally signed his name on the check that went to Stormy Daniels.
I just put some blood on my face.
In his indictment and subsequent charge paperwork, it said that he did it in coordination with and at the direction of Donald Trump.
And Donald Trump stayed president. Got impeached.
And he's not president anymore. He has no immunity anymore, and he's still nothing's happening. Right. Michael Cohen got a prison sentence for that. The crime that he did because that guy told him to in the charging documents, and he got prison. That guy got nothing.
Do you remember they let him out for home confinement, and then Trump sent him back to prison? Do you remember this?
No.
Yes.
Trump sent Michael Cohen
said that he couldn't write a book. He had to sign something saying
they took him
what
to
Trump
prison.
told him to do.
They took him prison to sign paperwork to get out. They put him back in prison. He's like, you can't write a book about it.
He didn't want him, to write the book about it.
That's some hardcore.
Which then a federal judge does a great decision you can read where he says that it's politically motivated and it's against the law, and he released him again.
But when did that's some Russia shit? That's like hardcore Belisarius dictator, third world asshole.
Add it to the list.
I know, but why? And that's the whole thing. Is that
I thought we had a military? Can't we just go get him and be done?
I don't understand.
What the fuck?
Half the military at least supports him.
So there's some theories I have about it, and I've talked to Ray about it because it makes me nuts because of the podcast. And at times I wish I'd never started the podcast down this road, this track.
Boy, don't we all.
Right. Yeah. Am I right? But I think Biden is worried, and this is what the Democrats are. They're such, I have to be honest, I'm going to call them pussies. They are such pussies.
You're going to get a bunch of liberal people
about shaking
mad
it up.
at you.
Let's be honest. By the way, we scream sanity.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you call him by a female body part?
Oh, God,
and mean
that
it
thing.
in
All
a
right.
negative.
Cowards, losers, weaklings.
I also call people dicks. I don't understand. I'm equal opportunity.
Go right ahead. I don't a dick. So you're a dick.
It's fine.
And also, my vagina is not offended when you call someone else a pussy because it doesn't have feelings. Or
yes, it does.
Or it doesn't have a brain. Nothing I say right now is going to work. My point being, we don't operate independently.
Wait a minute.
No.
What? So
you don't operate independently of your vagina, is what I'm saying. So people that are offended,
you're right.
I'm like,
my life is actually orbit your vagina. How do I get to that? That's all the time. You're my wife. I do a lot of things I do. What will Ray think of this?
In my marriage, I operated almost all the time independent of her vagina.
Yeah, because she was operating because her life orbited around other women's vaginas.
And that's the last time I will bring this up.
No, it's not. Because it's fertile ground for someone who can never get pregnant because she's a lesbian. Back to what I want to say is that
what is it that you want to say?
I think the Democrats are being pussies. You have to start rattling cages. Every day you got to get up and go, hey, these guys did nothing about the pandemic. 500,000 died. They tripled the trade deficit. They gave billionaires tax cuts. In a year, Biden has turned all that shit around, and they're still talking about Biden like, Biden, I don't know, man. These job numbers are not great. It's 3.9% unemployment, and he added 200,000 jobs. That's almost impossible.
Motherfuckers, do you remember the last guy for 4 years?
Yeah, when he added $210,000, he said the job report's amazing. Same in number, but they said it when Biden did it, it wasn't enough. He added 6.6 million jobs, more jobs than has ever been added in a year since he's been president.
It's not good enough.
And they just keep beating up. Here's what I think. I was thinking about this on the way. You and I talked, and she was in her car, and I was in my car, and we were on the phone. And I said, I got after you hung up. I think what they became addicted to is because the Trump news cycle was crack to our media.
We did a sketch about this.
Yes, it was just they were like, oh, did he call them shithole countries? You're kidding me. Wait, what? Inject disinfectant? No, he did not say that. So every day they had a new insane thing that we had never heard in all of our time on the planet. And this guy was dropping it every day.
Yep.
Then Biden comes in, Biden who's been in the Senate for 40 whatever years, and he's just, all right, let's just get to business and handle it. And he's let's be honest, Biden just does the job and he's kind of boring.
Yep. Just cricket sounds and tumbleweed and just
But that's
boring.
what I want. I don't
want to know.
But I'm tired of the fucking fireworks of psycho asshole. I don't want that guy. I don't want, you're the president. Make it so I can get up in the morning and don't pick up my phone again like I'm cutting the wires on a bomb. I just want to go, oh, what happened today? Nothing. That's great. I can go about my life now. So I think the news is now doing everything they can because it's all about ratings. It's all about money. Fox is the highest rated news show right now. But like you said, they don't cover. So this thing dropped about about all the fake slate of electors. And do you know how they got it? Do you know how they got the information? Did you see? Rachel Maddow said the reason they got it is some reporter filed a FOIA request for the National Electoral Archives to find out what got filed after the election. And these guys who signed the paperwork filed these fake electors with the National Archives. So when he got from the National Archives all these states, he was like, how come no one knows about this?
Yeah.
How come knows about it? And so way
to go, journalists.
Yeah, journalists.
Right?
Yeah, that's legit reporting. That's right. So the guy, they interviewed one of the guys in Arizona, because Arizona was one of the states that did. Do you see that guy get interviewed? He was like, well, we were just doing what we were told to do, and he basically started throwing everybody in the White House under the bus. It's awesome. I think this is going to go, but Biden's got to step and go, hey, I don't give a shit that he was president. I have no animosity about the man personally. Yeah. He broke the law, committed treason on America. And to anybody out there who actually goes, no, man, they're just going to, it's a witch hunt. You don't believe in the Constitution or believe in America. If you believe that turd of a human being could do everything he did to this country, try to and commit treason and try to get his own vice president killed because he was just certifying an election that Trump lost by 7 million votes, you're not an American. You might as well just, look, start wearing a Putin shirt and go live there because you're not an American.
It's not a witch hunt,
right?
If he's an actual witch. It's not if he's an actual criminal.
We found a witch.
We found a witch.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he's done. That's brilliant, though, is that, he's already laid the groundwork. He's already set it up. They've already, and it'll go on forever. Now, 58% of all voters don't trust that the election will be
63% of Republican voters still are 70. It's more than that even. 63 or 70% of people still believe that the election was stolen.
Flat out said that they don't believe that the 2022 election will be free from fraud if their candidate doesn't win. That was the question. If your candidate doesn't win. And that's what he's programmed these people to think now. And we'll never put that cat back in the bag. It's that part's
How much do you want to bet that they're going to say that these documents are forged on the other side?
I'm sure.
The Democrats have done it.
Well, the good news is
they're going to say it's because the election was fraudulent and they were trying to step in
and to
stop the steal. Basically, they have an answer for everything now. Used to we didn't, but we do have to just address the fact that the Supreme Court just ruled against him 8-1, that he does not have any privilege, and the January 6th records from the National Archives are being released today to the January 6th committee.
Yep.
He fought all the way. He paid supposedly paid those attorneys all the way. No, the RNC is paying his.
He raised $128 million to fight this from donors, and he used the donor money to pay for this court case.
But
that
also
he lost
the
in 6 different
RNC
courts.
said that they were going to pay his Yeah, his
And-
court
and this
fees
is a
and his
stacked
legal
court.
fees.
Yeah,
Yes,
also said
by
this.
him.
And he lost 8-1. Do we know who the one was?
Let's go
the
see.
first thing
How is this not unanimous?
Yeah,
What
I
in
know.
the actual?
I came into the
Based
to the
on the Nixon precedent.
yeah, Nixon.
There's a precedent.
Yeah, the problem is I came into and I'm ranting already before you got here about dude, he has to show all the records. What if they're just crayon drawings of cats and stuff? It's just weird, like cats with big penises and stuff. Like what the hell is this?
Fucking dumb
This is
doodles,
he just doodled the whole time. That's why he wouldn't call anybody. He was like, I do stick figures. Look at this. Even no one's ever seen a stick figure. And so who's the bet? Who's the bet? It was the one. I said it was either Kavanaugh or because Kavanaugh got a lot of money that we still haven't found out. I'm guessing it's Kavanaugh.
So far, though, Kavanaugh and Amy Coney Barrett, with the exception of obviously the abortion ruling, they've surprised us. They've actually gone with precedent. So, and they both claim to be constitutionalists. Who do you want to guess?
I'm going to say Kavanaugh. I would say Kavanaugh or Clarence Thomas. Was it Gorsuch?
Kavanaugh. I would vote for. I would say Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh, yeah.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Who is somehow linked to the insurrection, possibly legally, and would
In
not...
trouble. Clarence Thomas's wife, Clarence
Yes.
Thomas.
So Clarence Thomas is the only one that said that he would have granted Trump the request to block.
Holy
Wow.
shit. Do you know what that means? That's obstruction.
Do you know?
Yeah.
That's literally
Yeah.
if his wife, because his wife paid for
See,
all those
there
buses
you go,
to get
getting
people
all
out there.
excited over things that'll never happen.
I
You're
know.
so cute.
You know what it is? I have hope. I
You
have
haven't
hope.
You can
completely
dream.
lost hope, and I think that's really sweet.
I'm like, oh, they're going to get Ginny.
No,
They're not going to get Ginny.
it's never going to happen. She's going to say, which we already know, that she was helping to organize the peaceful protest of a fraudulent election. That so many people that she paid to bus to get there
You owe me $10 too, by the way.
I didn't. I never made
I
a
bet. You
bet.
said, who do you bet? I said $10. I said $10. It's either.
Did
it's
I
okay.
bet? Did
you
I
bet.
place a bet or bet against
if you say what's your bet, I said I'll bet you $10. It's this, and you and you went with it. You didn't say no, we're not betting. You owe me $10.
I never made a bet.
You owe me $10.
You're an idiot.
I'm going to slow mo the instant replay now.
No, in the car on the way here, I said, "What's your bet?" Like as a figure of speech, but he's like, "It's a bet.
Titus for the
It's a bet."
lose.
Come on, man.
See, in order for it to be a bet, I would have had to have placed a bet as well, right? Like I didn't realize that I forgot we compete in everything. My bad. I forgot.
Isn't there a weird case for obstruction then? If your wife was involved in getting the protesters to the riot,
You go
to
again.
the insurrection, and then you voted to hide those documents that maybe mention your wife, that seems to be obstruction.
Isn't there something that she shouldn't even have been involved in the first
Yeah,
place?
we're well beyond that.
What
though.
the hell? What?
No, she paid for 50 buses? It's crazy. It's like a lot of money. It's a ton of money. 5 buses, 10 buses of
I thought it was George Soros funded Antifa.
Yeah, they've kind of even backed off that too. You know why? Because all these guys in court, because so this is what's happened. They've been putting these guys in jail, and they're locking them up now. And as Ray said, criminal justice major. So I'm like, why is it taking so long? She says, well, they have to go through the crappy level guys first, the people that were trespassing, and they got home confinement. Well, some of those guys flipped on the higher ups that got them there. So now they got the higher bucks, and the Oath Keepers guy, he's going down. The guy with the eye patch, Jesus, that dude. You got to put this guy's picture up. Wow.
His real name is Elmer or something like that. It was a great
but
name.
of course
What
it
is
is.
it?
Look,
Wow, of course.
He literally did a headshot picture of the scraggliest ass, ragged ass beard. Like it's like thin and not yours, not the healthy thing that you wear on your face. It's like, and he's got an eye patch and his hair, and he's like, and he looks, and you got to put it up.
Oh wait, it looks like a
right
fucking
here.
like a potato, like an actual.
He
potato
looks like
head.
a potato. Yes, a potato head insurrectionist with an eye patch. And he thinks that's his cool look. He admits flat out. They're like, it's Antifa. And he's like, nope. He goes, there was no Antifa there. It was all true Americans. It was us. We were there trying to take the election back for Trump. And then everybody in the White House just went, fuck. Did he just...
This guy?
he just killed all of it.
If you're an Oath Keeper and that's the guy you're following, hey man.
You know what? The weird thing is, at least, because the Oath Keepers are supposed to be like ex-military and cops and stuff.
Yeah, I just read that. They have to be.
At least he had the integrity to go, no, fuck that. It was us. We were trying to take the country back. Now, as misguided and wrong as the dude is, to have the integrity to not be like a punk like everybody else. I'm like, no, man, it was Antifa. Well, then this guy's like, no, fuck that. that. It was us.
Yeah.
Arr, it was us. Yeah. Arr, we did it. We were going to take it back. And if you're going to make me walk the plank, I will.
His name actually is Elmer Stewart Rhodes. He goes by Stewart Rhodes. He's a Yale Law School graduate.
That dude, the way he looks, put his picture up again. Holy crap.
Wrong.
Former U.S. Army paratrooper and former staffer for Republican Congressman Ron Paul. He's also a quarter Mexican.
Wow.
He's having identity issues.
Wow.
They don't,
and 10% pirate.
They don't have
He's
to
also
be
half-sighted. That's quarter Mexican.
They don't have to be military or law enforcement, but it says 2/3 of the Oath Keepers are former military or law enforcement. 1/10 are active duty law enforcement or military.
Oh, that's not a surprise.
Still, that's not
a surprise.
Yeah, you know what's really bad about that? If there is a quote-unquote civil war or a country divorce that Marjorie Taylor Greene talks about, we have a quarter of current cops and military that are on that side already. That we know of. That's fucked up, man. That means that we'll have people already infiltrated inside. Oh my God! If this goes but the good news is Russia's going to attack. We're going to be at war with Russia.
This is not good news. The good news is
Jesus Christ!
In Titus world,
I really hate that the Armageddon update. Again, I said again, it really turned into an Armageddon update. It was when Obama was president. It was such an opposite. It was satire. It was a joke because everything was fine. He was rebuilding the country. We saved General Chrysler. Things were getting better. We got healthcare. Now it's literally the Armageddon update. Welcome to the truth of the world. So what do you think is going to happen to these fake electors that signed it up?
Nothing.
Well, some of the state,
I've lost all hope.
The Secretary of States, they said that we're going to, if the federal government won't do anything, we're going after them. There is a legal basis to put them in jail for this. You tried to overthrow the government. You committed treason against the United States of America. And here's the thing: if we don't do anything, what do they think? It's we're going to let you off this time. Right. Don't do it again.
Right. For the next one that he's already planning.
Yeah, I mean, I don't we need to again, I'm for public hangings at a soccer game. Although the problem is no one goes to soccer in America, so there wouldn't be a whole lot of people watching. It wouldn't really have the effect. Maybe at a playoff game. All right, guys, welcome to the halftime show, and the band hits something, and they've got hostages. All right, they're tied up. These are the victims, and hey, wow, the band has now formed a guillotine. Look at it, the shape of a guillotine. How is that, Bob? It's really beautiful. These people worked for a long time. Oh, hangman's noose. This is great. This is a great lead up to as they hang these people.
What am I hearing?
Who committed treason? Is that crying? Oh, yes. Well, if we cut to the side, yes, close up of the three people they're going to hang.
Hang there, coach. Hang there, coach. What? The other team is chanting something.
So as they're dancing and playing the music, and they formed a guillotine. They're actually building a guillotine on the field. This is going to be great. Well, now we'll be right back after a word from Progressive.
Minivan ad with all the wood and lumber.
Turns out right back after a word from Cars for Kids.
Cars for Kids. Can we talk about that now?
Yes.
Cars for Kids.
One of my Wikipedia deep dives.
What
happened now?
Actually, I found it on Charity Watch.
Dude, when you hear it,
1877 Cars for Kids.
It's not bad, but it is a little weaselly.
Cars for Kids.
Stop! I can't. Don't cancer.
Donate your car today.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, that just plays in hell all.
It's like the Willy Wonka, like psychedelic boat trip.
So we were driving back from somewhere, and I decided I wanted to know where, because that ad plays constantly on news stations.
But look, can we start here? So Cars for Kids. Are we giving kids cars? That doesn't work at all. That makes no sense.
Used to make you crazy, the Cars for the Blind.
Cars for the Blind. Donate your car to the blind. What do we? Is it Destruction Derby? What are we doing? Just random? What is it? Is this a weird like MTV show? Cars for the Blind that we're just going to see? So
I never thought about this, but actually, when Tesla becomes fully self-driving, blind people will finally be able to have more independence, which is pretty genius. And that's not even in their marketing program. They should hire me.
Right. Yeah, Tesla.
For other reasons too, but that's one of them.
What
anyway,
other reasons would you be hired for?
Taxes? First pay taxes? Oh.
I don't know.
Wow.
That's how you said it. So I was like,
Elon Musk is gaining some weight.
Usually you'll say, if you even think I think someone's cute, you'll say short. It's really short. And I'll look him up and it'll not be short. And you'll be like, I met him. He's short. It's really short. Not funny. Short.
Short and not funny. It's all I got.
Everyone's short. Everyone.
That's all I got.
Everyone.
How tall is Ryan Reynolds?
He always says he's about this tall.
How tall is Ryan Reynolds?
I'm sure we've looked this up because you've told me he's short before.
No, he's not. I don't think he is. He's
Ryan Reynolds is 6'2".
Yeah, so there you go. I'm done.
It's like whatever like key attributes you have, they're strong.
Funny. He's funny, ripped. It's like, I'm done. It's like, it's over.
John Cena, you're telling me constantly, and I'm not even attracted to John Cena, but you are, I think. And so the other day, again.
Let's just be honest.
He was in a movie with no clothes on, and then you start talking about how short he was. He's 6'1".
No, he is not.
He's 6'1", and he's adamant about this.
Bet me $1,000. I'm telling you this. I did a radio show with John Cena. I was in the room with John Cena.
Then it was John Cena lookalike, and that guy was lying.
No, John Cena's wearing a suit. John Cena is
6'1". Okay, hold on. Christopher Titus.
You could do human growth hormone and do some steroids.
I'm telling you, he is not.
Christopher Titus is 6'2". So
I am.
I know, but everyone's is accurate. But John Cena's?
No. Well, you can put yours. I was in a room with him. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I was in a room with John Cena, and he came up to here on me.
How tall is Christopher Titus? 6'2". John Cena is 6'2". Ryan Reynolds. Okay, give me somebody else. That would be shorter.
Al
Pacino.
Who are lying about it.
Al Pacino.
He's like 3 something.
Yeah, he's 3'9".
Short,
I think he's 3'9".
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
Who was the senator who was like lying about his height?
Yeah, there's
oddly enough.
Al Pacino is 5'6".
No, he is not.
5'6".
No, he is not. He's he's a tiny little man.
Al Pacino was arrested, and on his arrest sheet, it stated that he was 5'7" with a weight of 150 pounds, although he has said that he's 5'6".
They didn't have to put his head down.
He actually made himself shorter. He could have said, I'm 5'7", but he didn't. You're just trying to find someone so you can say John Cena.
I'm telling you,
because
I like John Cena. I is a measurement challenge. I would like to see how tall you are. We will take a pencil and make a thing on a wall like we did as children, and we will measure
James
that.
Caan is 5'9". However, his son Scott is 5'5".
Okay, I think Scott Caan is.
Marlon Brando and James Caan had to wear lifts in The Godfather. See, I'm a fountain of useless information.
I don't know why they were sitting the whole time. Why would they?
No, Sonny had a lot of.
Sonny walked out.
Hey, who knows that his name is Sonny?
Hey,
wow,
all right.
Somebody
Movie
watched
trivia.
a classic movie.
One of the 3 movies you've seen.
75 years she watched.
Well, you would remember details from only the 3 movies you've seen.
No, I saw Rocky, which was like 10.
And Rocky, that's
movies.
She saw all 45 Rocky movies.
Oh, right.
Anyway, Cars for Kids. Carry on.
So we're hearing it, and I'm like, do me a favor, because we have these to go up toward the cabin. It's like 5 or 6 hours, 7 hours, depending how fast I can go. And I said, look up Cars for Kids. What is that charity? I go, if I do donate a car to kids, where does the money actually go? Mm-hmm. So she looks it up, and at one point I was like, you got to be kidding! That's not where the money goes. So here we go. You gonna tell us?
You invented this. So they don't ever say in the commercial where it goes.
Right. We're assuming kids.
Why or how.
Yeah.
If you go to their website, so CharityWatch.org has reviewed them several times. Mm-hmm. Always good to check CharityWatch.org out before you donate to
Before you donate, people, please look up where
the only
it's
way
going.
you can find out is if you scroll all the way down to the very bottom of their website page, and it's
really
very
easy to
tiny
find.
print, and it's got their copyright notation. Right underneath that, you can see that quote.
It's under the
It's a guy named Kids.
Yeah, exactly.
To John Kids.
Yeah.
Here's a quote. Your donation will benefit Cars for Kids, a national organization dedicated to addressing the educational, material, emotional, and spiritual needs of Jewish children and their families.
Just Jewish kids,
Just Jewish.
no other kids.
In Charity Watch's
and their
view,
families.
Cars for Kids ads deceives potential donors by failing to inform them that it will only benefit a Jewish organization and kids of the Jewish faith. Furthermore, the youth programs, so they do youth programs, they only support an Orthodox Jewish lifestyle, which Charity Watch believes compounds the deception perpetrated. URAH, OORAH, which is Cars for Kids' sister charity, is the organization that actually runs the educational, developmental, and recreational programs for Jewish youth and their families. They share the same principal office.
So it's making Jewish kids into Orthodox Jewish kids. For camps, it goes
Here's
to kids.
their direct quote.
God bless them. Hey, you know what?
So URA runs the programs. Here's their direct quote.
But why not tell everybody?
Specializes, the URA, which means awaken in Hebrew, specializes in outreach to non-observant Jews, operating summer camps and other programs that seek to make non-Orthodox Jews more observant. That's their direct quote for URA's website.
So listen, no kid wants to go to summer camp. But imagine this. You're going to summer camp. Where am I going? Orthodox Jewish summer camp. Wait, I got to wear a black suit, grow my hair out, and a
white shirt the whole time?
And walk around with your hands behind your back and interview and talk to people about stuff.
After Charity Watch reviewed them the first time, they did do some events and giveaways for the benefit of needy children in general, regardless of their religious affiliations.
Oh, they did do something.
These events have included backpack giveaways and coat distributions in New Jersey and New York.
But the reality is the money goes to make
which they
Jewish
don't
kids
mention anywhere.
That's all I'm saying. You should at least have, when you have the little kids in the band playing, they should all have the curls
thing
and the
and
hat.
yeah.
At least make it make sense.
And the suits, they all wear suits.
Fine. Well, look, I'm fine with that's where the money goes.
How
to,
would
but
the song go?
And now, welcome to Anti-Semitic Hour here on the Titus Podcast.
No, I'm not anti-Semitic. It's Semitic, but...
Welcome to
semantics.
Titus can't pronounce things anymore. That's semantics.
That's semantic.
Yeah. It would probably be happier than that. Like one of the bunch of kids could carry a guy around on a chair.
It reminds me of Phil and Bobby.
It's a car seat.
It's a car seat.
It reminds me of Phil and Bobby. How Phil and Bobby would sing 1877 Cars for Kids. Do you guys remember Phil and Bobby that did my background check? You were Phil, he was Bobby.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
1877 Cars for Kids.
Go ahead, Bobby.
Keep down the racket in there.
I'm singing the kids song. Hold on. It's for the Orthodoxes.
What are all these cars doing in the garage?
Hey, Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. Don't worry, it's going to go to a nice child.
Beep, beep.
Wow.
That's all Bobby's got.
Bobby's just barely connecting in a very thin, fed, screaming shit from the kitchen that has to do with cars. They have wheels. I'm just saying, if you're going to run a charity, be up front about where the money's going. That's all I'm saying. Or up forward. I'm speaking as if I have a stutter. Can we talk about that too?
That you have a stutter?
Do you know what makes me crazy? This is what here's another thing. Add this to the list.
Can I tell people that you've been walking around ranting this last 2 weeks? You've been walking around. Every once in a while, she'll just go, "Really? That's the guy? You say you're Christians?" And she keeps talking about Trump. She'll just go into these like 2-minute rants.
I'm tired.
About like that's your guy. Evangelicals are saying that this is the guy with the porn stars who was sued by a 13-year-old who basically is on his third wife who was pro-abortion. Now he's anti-abortion because he was elected. He was a Democrat. That's the guy
who made a porno and opened it by dumping champagne on a Mercedes emblem. Like, can we? I mean, really, this is the guy that made everybody completely about face their political careers and their standing and their faith and their
fear of him.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for the quote unquote evangelicals. So today, but I wasn't going to say anything about him because I'm tired of him.
Me too.
Biden today in his press conference, I listened to the whole thing, I was putting on my makeup, and Newsmax guy gets up and actually opened very respectfully. He actually said, with great respect for you and the job, the position that you're in, I'm from, Newsmax. And I thought, ooh. And he said, and I'm going to ask a sensitive question, but I want you to know I'm doing it with the utmost respect. And he said that, whatever percentage of people polled think that Joe Biden is not cognitively well and not cognitively capable of running the country. Do you know why that is? And instead of, sometimes you have to
be an asshole.
No. See, you keep saying that. He didn't need to be an asshole. So Biden said, I don't know why. And he went to the next question. The answer is with great respect for your job and what you do, for journalism and the media. it's because of your network. Cutting and splicing and editing, my speeches whenever I stutter or I'm searching for a word or I blink and you prolong the blink so I look like I fell asleep. It's because of you. Because as you can tell right now live, I'm fine. Next. He has to respond.
But that's Jen Psaki.
But he won't.
You just did an impression of Jen Psaki.
But he won't. He just says, I don't know, and moves on. Say something.
Because then it would have been Biden goes on a terror raid.
That's what he said.
That's fine. They loved it when Trump did it. So at least respond to some stuff.
Remember that speech he gave 2 weeks ago where he was fired up and we were like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
They ran it. Fox was saying he's crazy. This crazy rant that Biden went on.
That's fine.
Wait, I thought
that's fine. That's better than he's asleep.
I thought he was doddering. I thought he was they flipped it so fast. And the problem is that no one cares. I think Joe Biden at the end of the day is just a dude that he's committed to a lifetime of public service since he was 29 years old. He's 80 now. He's the president. He's been vice president. He helped pull this country out of one of the worst recessions we've ever had. And now he's like, he knows the deal. The deal is don't rattle everything too hard. Just go back to the White House and do your fucking job. I think that's what he's doing.
It's not rattling. It's actually showing how cognitively present you are by saying
But didn't that speech 2 weeks ago show that? Just
say the truth. When they're looking for their soundbite, very calmly and respectfully back, say, I'm fine. You know I'm fine. You can see I'm fine. It's because you guys keep putting together these shit edits of me to make me look like I'm losing my mind. Next question.
But him saying, I don't know, is almost like a tacit approval of that question.
Well, he's being dismissive of it. I get it by going, I don't know why. Next, and moves on. But say something. They also asked him about China and Hunter Biden, and he completely skippity-doo-dah over that. He didn't respond to it.
Well, by now, wouldn't we have, if Hunter Biden had done anything illegal, wouldn't we have it? I mean, they've gone after him left and right.
We
have family members that are literally doing FOIA requests for documents about that. So I mean, I'm telling you, we know that if they had something off Hunter Biden, it's the same thing with Hillary. They had nothing on her, and then James Comey comes out and goes, "We have nothing, but she's still under investigation." 2 days before the election, it's like it's all bullshit. And what I don't like now is back to the media. The media is doing things to Biden, and I'm like, wait. The man today just spoke for an hour and 45 minutes. He didn't drop the ball. He didn't screw up. He answered questions. He took pauses and he was like, let me think. And he thought about it. And there was no doddering. There was no missing it. And the guy's had a lifelong stutter. So, and he had obvious points to make, and he did it for an hour and 45 minutes. Listen, I go on stage and my show is an hour to an hour and 40 minutes. I make mistakes every show. I fumble words, and he didn't.
Edit. I actually had this idea today when I was for you. I have an idea for more work for you.
Show how
that weekly we should release 45 seconds to a minute.
Our Newsmax cut
of we could do Hannity, we could do Tucker, we could do who else? I mean, we could do anyone. Fumbling. Anytime they go, oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. And every time they blink, we can drag that out. We could make these people look like, and just show how easy it is.
Right.
That was my idea today. Just a weekly, call it the weekly Newsmax edit or Fox edit or OAN. OAN lost their DirecTV contract.
The great news is that Ken doesn't have anything else to do. That's fun.
I'd love to start a news brand new station. That'd be good.
Maybe you're intervening in the false narrative and saving a country. And maybe you're doing
I'll
that.
get on that. Right. I can edit. I'll do that.
Is that a problem
my sense of
for
duty
you? Is that a problem?
Here's what that entails. We have to watch a bunch of Fox News, which is already painful. Then we have to actually...
No, just pull one clip.
Download all that. We have to download more than one clip. We have to download 15 clips.
Just I want you to just take one, all in one. Like 1 5-minute before a commercial break of Tucker. Just pull. I mean, you know how easy it would be.
If you could give me the clips and the timestamp, then that would be probably I could That might be.
Well, that sounds
you could do
terrible.
When I do it for him, and he asks me when he's slammed, and he goes, "Kais, can you do that?" It only takes me when I do the map for the Armageddon update. It
takes 3 days,
2 hours.
Yeah, it takes 3 days for you to get it.
2-3 hours for me to just get it ready.
Forgot.
Then I send it to him, and he spends a day doing it.
Oh man, I'm traveling. I forgot. Oh, I'll have that to you by tonight. He said 3 days. Oh.
Sometimes I'm on a plane. Sometimes I'm doing shit. I know. Trying to keep the roof over this fucking studio. Trying to keep the heat on and the lights on. God damn it.
I'm Bidening you right now.
Yeah, it does. So he did an hour and 45 minutes today. Trump never did that. Trump said crazy shit. Someone pointed out because the news was going off on Biden going, he didn't seem to have a connection to what's going on in Ukraine. He was very vague about what they were going to do if Russia does attack. Yeah, because he doesn't want to start shit. Because he's waiting for Putin. Because there's 100,000 troops on the border of Ukraine. He's actually a diplomat and a president and a leader trying not to cause panic or start a new war. Don't you think?
After that almost 2-hour press conference, I listened to CNN and MSNBC say, do you think it was a good look for him to be out there for 2 hours? I mean, they are just ripping him apart. It is brutal. I don't get it though. Do you know they are using an NPR commercial that
I heard this.
The whole way here, every 5 minutes for whatever. I took my niece back to Camp Pendleton, and for 2 hours back, they must have played that clip 10 times about Biden.
It was a reporter
lowest ratings of any modern president except for Donald Trump.
It's commercials like this. Listen to NPR, by the way. We have the inside stories. Yeah, and then they cut to a reporter going, well, honestly, if you look at the polls, 33%, it's the lowest. Biden's poll ratings are the lowest of any president except for Donald Trump. And then Biden today someone asked him about that, and he says, yeah, there was one poll that had me at 33%. My average is 44%. Do you know what the last 4 presidents were? Their average was 44%. And the highest poll has me at 49%. Any other questions? It's like, you fucks. And
the worst president in the last year. I mean, he's got the worst.
In the last year. No, he actually isn't the last president. That's what I don't understand. And I actually kind of tagged everybody.
Yeah, he is. Today marks 1 year. You're not finishing sentences. You're cluttering.
I'm sorry.
Or clustering.
I'm clustering my
Is it
thoughts.
Clustering or cluttering?
Yeah, both. With me, it's both, as you've seen how I clean the house.
Pigpen.
It's clutter.
Little
and
piles
I'm
cluster of clutter.
Little clouds of
fuck who
dust
clutters
and
things,
gum
yes.
wrappers and corners of plastic nutbag wrappers.
Nutbag.
And empty cans or full cans, a banana peel, an
all
oatmeal
in one
bowl,
pocket of jeans,
a popcorn coffee cups
full of banana peels or orange peels.
It's crazy.
Trying to be nice. Do you see how many trips I make down and I clean out my trough on the side of the bed?
He calls it a trough. Did you catch that?
You started calling it. Because I walk in one time and she got a couple things on her nightstand. I look at my nightstand. It literally looks like someone had
no hands. You're just
had a crystal meth party and destroyed. There's like a water bottle
from something.
Yeah, I don't smoke. Why is there ash here? Why is there a needle? There's a syringe. Why's
all these dirty spoons?
Yeah, it's the oddest thing. And so I cleaned it up yesterday. I don't know what happens. Biden has just so we have 6% growth. 6% growth will obviously create inflation. We are in the middle of a pandemic still, which means that we don't have the workers to unload the ships. Mm-hmm. And people are saying, well, we've got inflation and there's no stuff in the stores. Yeah, because you fuckers won't get vaccinated, because you people won't wear masks, because you're continuing to spread this new variant. Yeah, that's why. I don't understand why people don't quite get that everything you do affects everybody else. Yeah. Yeah. What are you, morons? If you guys would just do what's best for all of us, we could all move forward. The problem is, you guys are going. That was a great cartoon. It was a guy going, "Yeah, man, it's my freedom. I ain't wearing a mask and I ain't getting vaccinated." And how come the fucking the cartoon is like, how come the fucking pandemic isn't ended yet? You ain't ended the pandemic yet.
Yeah, Biden, when are you going to end
the pandemic? Yeah. So we now have. It's the dumbest people. Again, I say it over and over. I knew we were stupid. I did not know we were X Games level stupid. We are the stupidest. And the problem is we don't evolve. Someone said that to me the other day, was like, oh, it's getting better. I go, no, it's not. I go, this is the same shit that happened during the Black Plague. People wouldn't do anything to get some lady, some folk singer in like Belisarius, someone just decided that she wasn't going to get vaccinated, so she decided to get the thing. She said, I'm going to get it so I can actually, get the immunity. She died. She died of it. Her family got it. She hung around with them instead of isolating.
And in the meantime, she gave it to like 30 other people.
Right. And now, how come the pandemic's not over? Because you're a fucking idiot. That's why. Excuse my language.
This episode brought to you by HelloFresh.
Cars for
by
kids.
The way, what do you wait for me to get really vicious and then start an ad?
There's no other choice. There's nothing. It's like you're either screaming, we're all going to die. The planet's on fire.
That's not true.
It is.
I bring the light.
HelloFresh. This is the upside of life right now. HelloFresh.
I have never
as
been
tired
happier.
as we all are of having to think of what to make and how to make it.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of the same crap.
And
I'm tired of going to the grocery store.
Right, having them deliver. Having them deliver
the same
stuff.
deliver. Yeah, it's like, or if you live somewhere where they don't deliver food, like my dad lives in Georgia.
HelloFresh gives you, not only is the food awesome every time, but there's a sense of accomplishment. You're like,
I did that.
I cooked something.
Yeah. And it took me 20 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to go on a treasure hunt, like a scavenger hunt to the different stores to get the ingredients you needed.
I got home and I'm missing the one ingredient, so I'm going to wing it. I'm going to substitute chicken instead of eggs. Because it's
kind of the same. There's a thin thread because of connection.
They have every week you get to pick what you want. As you know, they have 50 menu and market items now to choose from every week. You can choose veggie, calorie smart, family friendly, or gourmet options. So you can have different variety, all depending on what your goals are. Kind of upset. I was looking at some of the new recipes. Hibachi sweet soy bayette steak and shrimp. So you're going to have a restaurant quality meal. If you ever have a date, this is what you need to do. I mean,
but don't tell them you have it. Be like, hey, I'll be right with you.
White cheddar Wonder Burgers. No, but he would have to actually cook it.
Right.
It would just look like he already set out his pre-portioned ingredients and stuff. He would have, okay. I went on their website because we've tried a lot of the things, but I like to look at it like food porn. You can go on HelloFresh.com and look at what they have this week. And it is stupid. Don't do it hungry though, or do it hungry. Either way,
just order it. I mean,
lobster-filled ravioli and shrimp.
I'm seeing the picture right now on the computer. Holy crap!
Like what in the holy Heidi ho? Barbecue ranch chicken flatbread. There's plant-based recipes. Whatever you're trying to do, you gotta just go look. Look at the food porn. Balsamic tomato and herb chicken.
And here's the thing. So Ray will call me. I'll get out. I'll be working on the car or something, and I'll call her. I go, I'm coming home. Do you want me to pick anything up? She's like, what do you want for dinner? And I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, you got to come up with something. Like sometimes I've been yelled at. I go, it's not my job to come up with it. Well, it's not my job to come up with it. So this way,
it is actually your job to decide what you want to eat. That's actually.
But I'm so easy. But easy is not good.
It's not my job, is what I'm saying.
So I was taught my whole life that
that the woman gets in the kitchen.
No, my dad. You eat what's put in front of you. So that's why I don't have an opinion about it.
Sometimes I just need suggestions, ideas.
Yeah, that backfires.
You know. Sometimes you need a man to tell you what to do.
Oh God. Yeah, because that's worked so well throughout history. Every time a man decided something, it's really
look at the world. It's
been
going so
stellar.
well. Things are going so well.
I think I just had an idea. I'm going to just put some HelloFresh pictures on my dating profile.
There you go.
Like,
that's it.
Look at this.
Pick the night you
want.
want.
What would you like?
There you go.
No pictures
and
of me.
You can put your Corningware and your butter basting
all my
videos.
kitchenware.
Picture.
Yeah.
They have an app too where you can customize your order. You can change your delivery day, food preference, size, skip a week, pause it, whatever. Go to HelloFresh.com/Titus16 and use code Titus16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh.com/Titus16. Promo code Titus16. Up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. It's stupid. America's number one meal kit.
We're
for a reason,
we're
people.
On that program. We are going to Tacoma on the
January 28th through the 30th, Friday
Guys,
through Sunday.
Get your tickets to Tacoma. All new show, Zero Side Effects. We are talking right now. We are going to film Zero Side Effects, I believe, mid-April. So
very exciting.
So we're gonna get that done, and then we're gonna go. I'm gonna dig out Carrion Monsters because it never got its due.
It didn't.
Yeah.
And then so we're gonna
right
get
after Tacoma Summit City Comedy Club, new club, first time you've ever been there. Fort Wayne, Indiana, February 4th through 6th, and then coming up February 17th, Funny Bone Richmond, February 18th through 19th, Funny Bone Virginia Beach.
I like Virginia Beach.
Then you're gonna be
Good
in
club.
North Dakota the week after that.
Yep.
Spokane. You guys just Denver coming back right after that. Go to ChristopherTitus.com/tour to see because there's so many new dates that just got added. Yeah.
I am so in love with doing stand-up comedy. I love doing stand-up comedy. It is, and I miss it. So I took a couple weeks off because I canceled some work because Omicron, because our friend Eric Feigelding was like, bro, it's not mild my ass. So we canceled some, and I get a little antsy. I'm glad we have the podcast.
I'm starting to feel positive a little bit about Omicron, though, about the COVID.
Well, it is. We are on the downward slope now.
Yeah.
Until the next variant.
Right.
comes.
Until that's what I'm worried about. That's when we talked to Eric last week. I was like, well, what could it? Because you don't know. It's not that the variants automatically just get easier.
Yeah. Just
you don't
trade
know if it mutates.
Attribute,
if it mutates weird, it could be the death rate could go up. Someone pointed out that what he said last week, though, was like it's the perfect way to develop a bioweapon. You don't want something that kills everybody fast because you can just isolate those people and they're killed and then it's over.
Yeah,
you want something that's incredibly
stealthy.
infectious.
Yep.
It leaves a long time effects, which this one has, and then it keeps shifting. And that's exactly what this is.
Yeah, but this bioweapon affects everybody, so it's not like targeted.
Yeah.
It's kind of. And also,
they didn't think of that in China. If China did that, they didn't really think it through.
Of course, they're fine locking their people in apartment buildings and hosing the streets down with chemicals.
Right. Yeah,
we're not, which they know.
Freedom.
Freedom. So January 6th, special committee has now subpoenaed Kimberly Guilfoyle and Eric Trump's phone records. They already got those documents.
Right, they already got those.
They've subpoenaed Rudy Giuliani,
the girl
Jenna
he farted
Ellis,
on. Yeah, the girl he farted on in court.
Sydney
Powell, the Kraken lady.
Release the Kraken, and Bruce.
Schlechter. 1877 cars for kids.
You know what's interesting is when I read his name, I thought they changed that to make dumb people pronounce it right because his name actually has the H added in. What's his name?
Shyster?
Hold on. Boris Epstein. It's actually EPSHT, Epstein.
So here's the thing. So if the 1-6 committee is getting all this stuff, and like you said, so Ray kind of laid it out that they get the lower level people, some of those flip on the higher level people, they get the higher level people, then some of those flip on the even higher people, and then they finally flip until the pyramid.
And 20 years later, we get Trump.
Yeah, to the pyramid scheme with Trump being at the top. Why wouldn't they just... Don't we have enough evidence? That's what I said in the Armageddon update. We know we have a recording of him on saying all we need is 11,708 more votes. We have that. We have him go to the Capitol and fight. We have the Russian. We have all this stuff. Even Robert Mueller said yes. When he's not president, you could arrest him. There's enough evidence to arrest him.
He's the king of desensitizing, though. Like him asking them to find those votes, we're desensitized to that now. It doesn't even feel criminal anymore. I've heard it so many times, and he's justified it so many different ways.
So, but here's why I call the Democrats pussies, is because they need to go, hey, it doesn't matter what we think you're going to think of. This guy committed a crime and tried to overthrow the U.S. government. And if you believe in America and the Constitution, shut up, sit down, and let's arrest the criminal.
I actually said to you last night, we would need him on video shooting and killing someone. And then I thought, even then, I don't think. And then I remembered him saying that. Or a doctored video of deep state Deep state. They
Yeah,
made that
faked it.
video to
Deep fake.
take him down because they couldn't take him down any other way.
Deep fake by the deep state, yeah.
All they want to do is justify all of his actions. And then I thought how eerie that he said that.
But here's
Yeah.
Yeah.
listen. I get whatever they believe in the guy, but I don't know why they believe in the guy or the Republican Party. If you look at what the Republican Party stands for, is nothing. They don't want you to have higher wages. They don't want you to have. They voted against higher wages. They voted against health care, which, by the way, is paid for with your
Voting
tax
rights.
money. They don't want voting rights.
The same 16 congressmen, people that voted for those same voting rights several years ago have now
they're not going to vote for it now.
I'm like, what?
So the Republicans, they voted against infrastructure. They don't want infrastructure. They don't want.
No, they like infrastructure.
No. Some of them did. A few of them did, but. It's not anymore about these. Here's the thing. These douchebags no longer want to help the American people. They just want to not let the other side win anything.
Yeah, that's
Well,
it.
Biden said today in that press conference that 5 Republican senators have come to him privately and said, I would vote for it, but I can't because I'm going to get primaried in the election and I'll lose.
So they're just concerned about their career. That's
all they care about, because if they lose that, they lose the money and the power. It's like we talked about with that embassy, the lunch that I went to. That was just one meal. And I mean, it was like...
They spent $30,000 on it.
It's insane, the kind of lives that they get to lead because of their spending accounts and the like. If you are feeling stressed out, you might benefit from BetterHelp. This episode brought to you by BetterHelp. See how I'm saying...
Yeah, you're nailing
because it sounds like better health, but it's not. It's betterhelp.com.
But BetterHelp will give you better health.
That is correct.
True.
It's true.
Because people always overlook their mental health, and it's such a big part of your physical health. It's so crazy, like dealing with my mom when she had cancer, and I became very immersed in that life. And so much of what you read and learn and the studies that have been done and the research that's been done is linked to stress. I remember sitting in the chemo chairs with my mom, and of course she got to know everybody in the chairs and asked everyone, what they link to their sickness. And every single person said, I was really stressed out.
Right.
Every single, I was working. I was a lawyer. I was involved in this case. Blah blah. And everyone said stress. So you have to take care of your mind as well. Your
and this
mental
is great
well-being.
because so I had a friend a while ago. I'm not going to tell you his name because probably wouldn't want me talking about him. But he went through this period where he got in a weird relationship, and he went through this period where he was. This is a dude that was never depressed and got crazy depressed. He changed everything he was doing. He was bummed out, and he went and he talked to somebody, and they said you have they even had a name for it, like male depression or something like and men have a tendency to, I don't want to go to a therapist, I got this, I'm fine. We've been taught our whole lives to just rub some dirt on it, suck it up, rub some dirt on it, walk it off. Now you can call these guys up and talk to somebody.
Well, it's
right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can talk to them, and no one has to know that you didn't walk it off.
Yep.
So they assess your needs. They match
off.
you with your own licensed professional therapist. So it's not just Joe in a room somewhere.
It's not a guy. It's not a guy in Indy that was actually doing customer service. It's actually a licensed therapist.
And it's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's actually professional counseling done securely online. So instead of going into a professional counselor's office, you can do this online. You can send a message to your counselor anytime. You can schedule weekly video or phone sessions if you want. You don't have to sit in the waiting room. You don't have to put on pants if you don't want to, unless you're on video, and then maybe wear pants, Jeffrey Toobin.
Or check your framing.
Right.
It's available worldwide. Wherever you're listening, you can use this. Licensed professional counselors specialize in depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, sleeping, trauma, anger, family conflicts, LGBT matters. grief, and self-esteem.
I have to be honest. I could have used this.
Everything you share is confidential.
When the divorce went down and the way it went down, and those first couple of weeks, man, this would have helped me a lot.
Instead, you would call all your friends on rotation.
I did.
You would literally
You don't believe what the bitch is doing.
hang up with one. They would talk you up and then down. And then you would call the next one.
I had so many, and I would much rather have had I'm just going to call my therapist for a couple minutes, just talk to her for a while and get it worked out.
It's also extremely affordable, this is a great time for something to be extremely affordable. You can go read testimonials. That's on their website. They're also recruiting counselors in all 50 states because it's become so popular. Turns out we all need a little bit of help. So start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/Titus. There's an extra word in there. betterhelp.com/Titus. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. betterhelp.com/Titus.
Everything follows that. Everything follows your mental health.
Yes.
I can't get to the gym. Get your mental health straight. You'll get to the gym.
Motivation, valuing yourself, time management, all of it.
I hate my job. Go get your mental health right. You'll like your job again. Sometimes you need to get a new insight to oh right. And I love when I get like over the years of doing the forum and stuff. I've gotten insights, or you've given me some ideas where it just changed my entire day, or my entire week.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's funny because so many people do their New Year's Eve or New Year's resolutions, and it's so many have to do with going to the gym, physical fitness. And I don't think I've ever even considered, I should start taking charge of my mental well-being. Right. You know, I just thought that was interesting.
I know I haven't. You know I haven't.
And we all benefit from it.
You get it out. You do blur it all out, though.
I do.
Much to the dismay of those around you sometimes.
Emotional vomit up there.
Yes. I internalize. You internalize.
I leave puddles of emotional vomit on everyone else.
You internalize, too.
But I'm fine.
It's true.
Is that how you guys feel at me all the time? It's weird. I don't get it. I thought I was living in a kind of a bubble of love, and it's not what's happening.
A bubble of love.
I was. No? Okay.
Is this
That's a Bruce Springsteen song, isn't it?
It's a circle of trust.
In this bubble of love.
So Springsteen, the rumor was that by the Spring Nuts that he was planning a tour and he canceled it because of COVID. He had not even announced it yet.
That he got COVID?
No, because that guy is so not gonna put people together in a space and endanger people's lives.
We heard that he was.
The $500 million from his catalog, I'm sure helped.
He'd booked Germany.
Yeah.
Just sold everything I had for $500 million. You want to go on tour?
That's a billion. I'm good.
You want to travel city to city and feel shitty for like 3 months?
No, you can tell that's what he loves.
I'm going to go online and buy some shit.
Like a plane or two.
Yeah.
He had booked a theater in Germany.
Yeah, a couple venues, what you said, and then I guess he just canceled it. And I listen, man, at the end of the day, we need to make sure that we all keep everybody safe. So just so you guys know, just for our performing in Tacoma, I've been vaxxed, double vaxxed, then boosted, then I had Omicron. So honestly, the only thing that can hurt me is a bullet at this point.
Oh,
that
wasn't.
That was not. What?
That does not exist.
I'm protected.
Also, you endanger your fellow soldiers by announcing things like that. Because if we're always next to you,
I did. Especially has a school shooting. It like literally everything I've said. Maybe I'm here, like you said, how I get it out. Maybe I just I get rid of all the possibility of that by bringing it up.
Oh. Because
the craziest guys going.
The ammunition company battle, that was fun.
That was fun.
That was a
good
jolly good part of 2021.
I had to get a representative involved in it from Congress.
From what? I don't remember this detail.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing happened.
But that's what he does. He tells things he shouldn't tell, but he mutters it and then laughs as though he didn't tell it, but he just told it. He told it. He tells everything.
I don't know.
You can't tell him anything.
Instant replay.
My entire career is based on being honest about everything that's happened to me. So what surprises anybody that I would talk about what has happened?
You can't tell everything. Some things are secret. You got to keep them right here.
In my nipples?
What is wrong with you? This episode also brought to you by a brand new company. Super excited about this. First tried to advertise for this company when COVID first hit.
Right.
Because this is perfect for the world that we live in right now. We have one on the way.
Okay.
It's going to be here this weekend.
So explain it to me.
I am so
This on the
sounds
way.
exciting.
super duper stoked about this. This episode also brought to you by Solo Stove. Have you guys heard? Yeah, I know you've heard of this.
I apparently know all about that. Go ahead.
You don't
My
know.
Solo
We've been
stove.
talking about it. They're supposed to send us one. We haven't got it yet, so I cannot give you my review yet. But you tell us about it.
So Solo Stoves, they are fire pits and stoves that they say are like engineered for adventure. So when I first heard about this,
Oh, this isn't a Star Wars thing. Okay. Go on.
no, it's
Han Solo. Yes, it's a stove that's
I
shaped
don't
like
even
Han
get your
Solo.
Star Wars humor. It's wasted. But if you want to, make a little Star Wars joke, go ahead. I'm sure they don't mind.
And we're back at the 7th grade dance. And again, we're back at the 7th grade dance being mocked. You actually got brushed away.
So you guys just go look on their website,
Pretty cool.
solostove.com.
They look pretty cool.
They look really cool. And they're like super brilliantly engineered, premium grade 304 stainless steel and a 360 degree airflow system that maximizes efficiency while minimizing smoke. So you're not going to have a lot of smoke from this fire pit. Easy to light with a few bits of starter, perfectly portable. You can take it on camping trips or, when you're traveling across the desert because it's Armageddon, because the country is gone, because the asteroid hit
So
or
the Mad
whatever.
in the
It's the
Mad
apocalypse.
Max time, you have a solo stuff.
Also, so these are awesome. So Jen and Zach have been using one in their backyard, and they've been rekindling a whole new romantic adventure in their
Right.
backyard. They're using it as a fire pit to sit around and hang out because it's cold here at night still. It's a smokeless fire pit, so you're not sitting there breathing in smoke. When I was growing up,
Polluting the environment.
a very southern thing is to build a bonfire on the weekends, and
Yes.
everybody hangs out by the bonfire from the time I was
With
little.
crosses?
No,
Yes,
Usually
and white. They were
not in my
white.
family,
and matching
but
clothing.
certainly
White
it was
outfits.
a thing. Yeah, I told you guys there was still a KKK billboard in my lifetime. Yeah, coming into the outer town that I lived in. I remember it was KKK members on horses with the hoods and the flowing gowns, and because they were so masculine, and it said "Welcome to KKK country" in my lifetime. If that doesn't blow your
It's funny.
mind,
Welcome is not the word. Welcome.
yeah.
Like
but
that-
anyway, that's point being.
We just wrecked this
It was
ad.
just a fire pit or a bonfire. And what's great about it is you don't have the fumes and stuff like that. It's cool to hang out in your backyard with. I think the most awesome thing too is if you do camp or you want to go, with your lady that you don't have yet for a romantic evening.
Oh my
You
God.
can take it with you. So you can post a picture of this too. HelloFresh for dinner, Solo Stove evening out together, s'mores. Oh, what? S'mores?
Yes. I have a lot of Photoshop work to
Little
do.
bit of you have to add the woman. Also,
Or cry by your solo stove and eat a s'more by yourself. Either way.
because s'mores from a Solo Stove fix everything. The best part about these, I think, is what I was reading all the reviews of it, how easy it is to start. You can start it like that, and no cleanup. You don't have to
By the way,
clean
that's
up
a big-
wood.
That's
ash.
a big deal. Starting it easy is a big deal. We have a fireplace at the cabin, and I have
It sucks, man.
I have a torch, like a full on, like a welding torch that sits behind the
The
TV on the
cleanup
mantle,
sucks.
and you hit it, go, and that's how I get the fire started. Because I got
Nice.
so tired.
This is
And
just
this
pure
starts
white
this-
ash that you
Ugh.
just dump out of it. Anyway, I first was completely drawn to this because when this all first started and Trump was still in office, I really was, getting ready for the apocalypse and planning water filtration. And this was one of the things.
Learning how to steal kidneys and replace kidneys.
Yes.
We were learning
this
medical
was
techniques.
one of the things that I found online
of the pandemic. Yeah, we
as
knew
something
building your own weapon.
that is
We were,
necessary to have that you could also put in the back of your
3D
Jeep
printing
and take
grenades.
with you.
We were doing stuff
For cooking and survival. So shop now, get up to 30% off fire pits all month long, and use promo code Titus at checkout to get an extra $10 off. Just you get a lifetime warranty. You also get free 30-day returns. So if it doesn't work out, then they obviously believe in this product. Go to solostove.com. You get up to 30% off fire pits this whole month coming up, and you get extra $10 off when you use promo code Titus.
That's pretty awesome.
It is awesome. So the up to 30% off is already marked on their website. I've been on their website quite a bit. It's pretty cool. There's a few different options, but it's pretty wicked.
That leopard print on the back of your computer, that's real from that time.
No.
Yeah,
I'm making my own.
Yeah. Endangered species, my ass. It's
I'm
food.
super stoked about this product, and ours will be here on Saturday.
Good. I can't wait.
I can't wait
Sit
either.
up in the backyard. We like having that. Like when we have friends over and stuff. We like having the fire pit. I enjoy it. Enjoy it. All right, guys. We are going to. So Biden. I just want to say this. The guy. We are at 6% growth. We're at 3.9% or 3.8% unemployment. We've got 63% of the country vaccinated. We just got free tests. We just got free COVID tests.
Oh, did you get yours?
Yeah.
They weren't gone
as soon
yet?
as you sent it.
And
Yep.
then they're going to give out free masks. Like, if everybody just shut the fuck
Hold
up?
on. I want to give, if they're not
But
gone
do people
yet.
know where we were a year ago? Like a year ago?
Yeah.
It was raging. We had 500,000 dead. We had no end in sight. Now there's an end in sight. And they're like, yeah, but he didn't handle the variants.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you didn't handle the
you
variants.
fucked it up. Not,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, guys, go to quickly because these are going to go fast. covidtests.gov. You can get 4 free at-home COVID-19 tests. The Postal Service will ship them to you. So 4 per household. And they're going to ship out, they say, within a week to 12 days.
By the way, that's the problem. That's my problem with Biden, the Postal Service, that he has not got rid of this douchebag DeJoy yet. That's crazy to me. Like, you still got the worst guy possible.
There's a lot of things that he hasn't done. And I get he inherited a shit show, but
yeah, he did. Worse than Obama.
Oh, yeah.
you have to acknowledge where he's failing as well, or his administration.
So I don't understand why. So DeJoy, like,
I thought
Biden. I almost said Biden.
I thought
Biden. Joe Biden.
I thought he did appoint another board member that they needed for the majority to get DeJoy off.
He did, and I don't know what's happened to that. We still got the worst guy possible running the post office. We still have, then again, I will say this. He has no help. So you got 50.
We just got a notification that our solo stove was delivered. Sorry.
Oh, it just came in, yeah.
Yes.
We got 50 people. We got 50 Republicans in the Senate that aren't helping at all. Mitt Romney had the balls to go and make a statement. He's like, you know what, man?
Yep.
He goes, if you'd have just asked me to help, I'd help. They're going out of their way. They're putting out statements all the time. Then you've got Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema, who Kristen Sinema won't go for voting rights, but has the balls to actually say something about Martin Luther King on his birthday.
Yeah, that did
like,
take some
wow,
balls.
You got some balls on you. But voting rights, nah. But Martin Luther King, good man.
Right.
Biden is in a weird place. And here's what I'm going to say. People, you have to vote. You have to vote, period. We didn't realize. When I grew up, Nixon was a bad guy, but everybody would kind of go out and vote. And things went so well for so long, it seemed that, I don't know, voting didn't seem that important. I think we really get now how important it is.
Yeah.
If
Yes.
we don't all get out and vote, and here's how I know it's important. They want to take it away from you.
Well,
And when they want to take that shit away from you, that means that you ran it. This election, we had more people that voted than ever. Biden won by 7 million votes. So you need to get up, get out. I actually am going to predict this. We are going to pick up 13 seats in the Senate, and Joe Manchin
And please
and Kristen
start
Sinema.
now.
Yeah, start now.
Because they're already having... Rachel Maddow had a thing last night where they're looking at specific counties in Texas, for example, and in this county, 588 registrations were rejected,
Just rejected.
because of little detail. And then in this county, 350. And so you may have to be rejected and fix it. It's going to be a hassle. So if you start now, it won't be as much of a hassle, and find out what the laws are in your area and if they're changing, and they're getting rid of ballot boxes in a lot of places, and absentee voting. And so find out and start now, because
find out what the laws has changed, because here's the thing. Joe Carlin, Jesus Christ. George Carlin was basically saying it's a big club and you're not in it. Well, the only way to change that is to change the club. And the only way to change the club is to fucking get off your ass and vote. And they're going to put shit in front of you all the time to make it harder. If it was worthless, they wouldn't do it. It is worth so much money. Your vote is worth so much. Do whatever you have to do to vote. And then look up at the record of who you're voting for. What I'm seeing in the Republicans is out throughout history, every time the Republicans run things, the economy crashes or it gets fucked up. And this is throughout history, all the way back to Eisenhower. So also, they don't want you to have a living wage. They don't want you to have child care. They don't want you to have health care. They don't want you to have. Let's just stop right there. So let's do this. Let's freak them out so bad in 22 that the Senate is now 63% Democrat. We pass what we want. And we can tell Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema or anybody else that wants to fuck off. I'm so tired. We proved in the last, after Trump, we needed a guy. I think this. We needed a guy like Trump to wake people up. And if you're still not woke up after Trump, then I don't know what's going to happen, man. I think we're going to end up in a very bad place.
Yep.
And the media's, Jesus Christ, could you at least, look, I don't mind you going after like Obama. I keep saying Biden. I don't mind you going after Biden. Joe Biden, he's a good one, but let's say he's not perfect. Let's say he's Joe Biden is not perfect. Biden's not perfect. Nobody is. But for God's sakes, if you look where we were a year ago and you look where we are now, it is night and day. Shit's getting done. Is it getting done as fast as you want? No. Does he have obstacles in front of him? Yes. So at least for God's sakes, give the man the credit where credit is due, and fine, go after him where it's not. But people, we lose our country if you don't vote. That's fucking simple. We almost lost it on January 6th. We lose our country if you don't vote.
Yes, so please register.
I saw this comment. I think it was a comment on one of our YouTube videos that somebody was telling a story about how they were comparing Biden's job growth numbers.
Right.
Which, if looking at the numbers that the White House put out, I think we're up 6.5 million jobs.
6.6 million, yeah.
And they were saying, well, yeah, of course jobs are up because all of the COVID deaths.
Huh?
Exactly.
That makes no sense at all.
So how many U.S. deaths?
We don't do jobs reports.
Like the people that...
Like it's a percentage of living people?
But some say the numbers don't match at all.
How would that make job numbers go up?
But also, I thought it was a hoax.
Exactly.
I thought it was just the flu.
Which one is it?
It'll be gone like a miracle.
6.5 million people didn't die from COVID. So that's right off the bat in the U.S.
No sense but also, they also didn't die and get jobs.
And no.
Like, I'm not quite sure. I don't get
the jobs got filled. Those jobs got filled. They're saying that apparently a new job got invented.
Wouldn't that make a zero-sum game? Wouldn't it mean we added no jobs at all. Why? Well, dead people got filled by live people, and so it's just zero.
Right,
we're just even.
Yep.
God, people
the math is just.
But I read that all the time. People say crazy shit, and then it's Twitter's. And again, Twitter is empty and meaningless. It's not real. I get it. But boy, when someone says some stupid shit, it is fun to watch. Mm-hmm. The getting drugged.
Yes.
They're just getting drugged by facts, and then they just kind of fade away. Yeah. So by the way, if you want to follow me on Twitter, go to @TitusNation, or if you want to follow a Highlander, what's your thing now?
@TheHighlander, HYLINDER.
LI, that's the difference. Ray Bradley on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, and I'm also @TitusNation on Twitter. Please follow us, guys. Also subscribe to the podcast.
I just want to throw this out there as well, that for those of you that are doing New Year's resolutions, Tony Horton's new workout program, The Power of 4, is out and available. It was released on January 1st. We are in some of those
Couple of them.
workouts. I'm in 2 of
Almost
them. PowerNationFitness.org, and you can go and read all about it. There's all kinds of things that you can to do on this website. I was just looking. You and I are actually on the main page of the website, and I look completely stupid. Well, actually, you look more stupid. So
that's good.
That
Let's see, what am I doing? Yeah, I do look stupid.
look at me. So
I'm a giant person.
Go!
Go!
So PowerNationFitness.org. It's a great program.
By the way, not a paid ad, just something we want to get you guys
this
for
is
help.
not paid.
No.
We just want. It's so hard to find good workout programs by someone who's actually professional and not just a hip hop guy who wanted you to dance around your living room, but somebody with 40 something years of experience.
He changed fitness.
Who changed the face of fitness, who has his own supplement line that we use. I used it this morning, actually, the plant-based chocolate protein powder. That's all on his website. You can go read testimonials. You can go see the dumb picture of both of us. You can see both of us in the workouts if you
I'm going to give you a
sign
push-up
up.
tip that Tony Horton gave me. So, ready? So push-ups, we all do push-ups, and we go to maybe 90 degrees, and then we go back.
Not all of us do push-ups. Just go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So Tony said, do this. He said, he do release. I think he called them release push-ups, something like that.
Yes, hand release push-ups.
You go all the way to the ground, drop your chest on the ground, and then take your hands off the ground, and then do another one. So I can do 50 push-ups, like push-ups.
Yep.
I can do 12 release push-ups. And the next day I was so sore. Try those, people. Go all the way down, touch your chest, take your hands off the ground, then put them back down. It made all the difference in the world.
Just taking
you
your
lose
hands off the ground,
momentum.
because you can really, your
Yeah.
back is like,
It
I'm
made
awake.
it made it hateful. It made it, but it worked. It was great. I've added some mass to my chest because of those push-ups.
But can you do this?
Dude, okay, we're not going to do that anymore. That's
Okay.
You could do this now.
Oh, there's it. You know.
Oh, you guys both. I know that you're both want to be. No, I can't. I can do it. I can, but I don't think. No, you can't tell through the sweatshirt.
Yeah, I can see.
Amor is jumping up and down. More. The face that both of you do while you make your
on,
boobies
get
down
serious.
is
It's weird.
really
Come on.
not the best face.
Yeah, it's not. It's unsettling. Unsettling to all of us. Yeah, it is a little bit like. It's weird. It's weird.
So if you want to be able to do that, go check out Tony's new workout program.
And guys, see us to get tickets for Tacoma. And thank
Fort
you.
Wayne, Indiana.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. Thank you for watching the Titus Podcast on Christopher Titus TV on YouTube and listening to us on the various programs, on various platforms, programs. Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
You know,
Here
man,
he goes, trying
I
to do
am
technology
losing.
again.
I am, yeah. By the way, I'd like to thank Eli Whitney and the Cotton Gin for coming up with the 5G. That's not what you. That 5G thing was weird. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I have a question. So we've been talking about 5G for 7 years, right? 5G's coming. It's going to cause COVID, whatever.
Yeah.
12 hours before they were going to open up the 5G networks in America, they said, hold on, it messes with planes.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
What?
I'm so confused by
What
this.
the fuck? Like,
you guys didn't know that before,
No one
but
thought-
also other countries have 5G, but
and it doesn't
we
mess with planes.
don't. And now
40
we
other countries
don't know
have it.
how to deal with it, but they are
Fine.
flying planes and using 5G together. Very confused.
Is it a new form of 5G? What's
Yeah,
the...
no, but
We've been on 5G here
Right.
at the studio for a long time. I'm not sure. What are they going to use it for? That's different.
it's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Like, so we know 5G works around the world in 40 other countries. For some reason, 12 hours before they're supposed to turn it on here in America. Hold on.
Wait
it
a
messes
second.
with the altimeters.
Is it
These
that?
things that go in the air?
Wait,
Some-
is it that 5G will now be available for cellular?
I guess so, but they said that.
So there'd be a lot more
they
of
said
it?
there's a weird frequency that on some of the planes' altimeters, it affects the altimeter. And I'm like, first of all, didn't someone fucking think about that? Like,
Yes,
maybe
it's
3
new
years ago?
5G cell phone services and critical airplane technologies. The president of Emirates tells CNN that they were not made aware of some of the potential 5G rollout issues until yesterday morning and called the situation one of the most delinquent and utterly responsible he has ever seen in his aviation career. And he's old.
Holy shit.
they were going to switch it on, and they became concerned that it could interfere with some airplane instruments. Federal telecom regulators and wireless carriers tried to reassure them.
You know what's really funny to me is that, like, sometimes I think, man, there's no way I could run shit. And then I realize I see stuff like this and I go, yeah, we could run shit.
Oh, yeah.
The
we'd
FAA,
be at least this good. Because one of us would go, hey, man, I wonder if this affects planes.
It is,
Can we check the planes and see if this works on the planes?
should we check if it stops the brakes in your car? I don't know.
It's not people's cell phones. It's the 5G cellular antennas that they would put near some airports could throw off readings from some aircraft equipment designed to tell pilots how far they are from the ground. I need to call my dad. Oh, altimeters. We need to ask my dad about this. We should call him and he'd just go, whoa.
So wait. So they knew they were going to put the antennas near the airports, but for some reason they didn't think. I wonder if this is going to affect airplanes. Like there's that's that guy.
Radar altimeters differ from standard altimeters, which rely on air pressure readings and do not use radio signals to gauge altitude. Whereas these altimeters that they're using to land would rely on radio signals to gauge altitude.
We don't need to land.
I think I prefer the air pressure one because it's pretty consistent. I don't want some.
We need to call my dad.
Like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're at 30 feet. We're at 600 feet. What's going on? So, what? I had something to say that was going to be really funny. Let's move on. I was waiting for you to finish.
I like that you had to say, though. Most people just wouldn't say that.
No. You know, when you're excited, you're like, oh, hey, that was going to be great. And I forgot it because you were like, let me start over again. I was like, oh, I felt so bad. I was concerned for you.
Thank you. That's so kind of you. and rare, but kind.
No, I'm always kind.
I was about to agree with whatever came out of your mouth until you
I'm
said
mostly
that.
kind.
You are mostly kind.
I'll go with that. Guys, thanks for listening and watching. For myself, the lovely Bombshell and the Highlander. Later.
Peace out. I just got a text from Shauna Horton. They're doing a promo code for the new Tony Horton workout, 50% off your first month.
Oh, wow.
Live 50, LIVE 50. I just wanted you guys to know that because I love this.
And we're in it.
And we're in it. And if I look dumb, you better not
I look dumb.
Screenshot me with dumb faces.
I think by the end, I was working so hard. At the end of the punching and kicking workout, I was drenched. Tony was making fun of me.
Oh, wait. No. Scratch that. You can use that one, but use promo code Titus 50, Titus 50.
They gave us our own promo code.
This is all happening right now. This just in.
Yeah,
Breaking news.
I can see the text. That's crazy.
For a second there, I thought are we doing a live stream?
What
How
just
did you hear
happened?
this?
What just happened?
What?
Yeah, no. Titus 50. You get half off. So go
do it,
that.
guys. If you're looking for a workout that'll just it nonstop, get you through it. You're done. And I never feel so good than when I do it at the end of a workout.
Yeah,
and
me
Tony's
too.
got the great ones.
Amen.
All right, so I'll do it again. For myself.
Any other emails?
Breaking news.
The lovely Bombshell Ray.
I got a shipment from Amazon. Just want to let everybody know.
Later!
Peace out. How are we going to do this? Is he
don't
going to
know.
give us facts?
Fun fact.
Wait, shouldn't you right there?
Okay, let's go back one more time. By the way, we've had 3 fake endings now.
Yeah, but
And now, before we end
hold
the show...
let's hold a meeting really quickly. Are we going to do the sign off and then the fact?
No,
or are we going
I
to
forgot.
do the fact? You're going to announce the fact.
Right. Before we sign off, here it is.
But then after the fact, do I
Holy
say this?
shit. I'll do it. Ready?
There you go.
And now, before we sign off, as always, at least from a couple weeks ago, Highlander's fun fact.
Okay.
Highlander?
Hey.
Fun fact for this week. In the form of a question.
Radio voice.
I don't know.
Fun fact for this week. All right.
All right. Do you know what causes most of the power outages in the United States?
Texas. No?
Great answer, but no.
Birds.
Very close answer.
Squirrels. That was my second
ding,
choice.
ding.
Hey!
I was going to
Very
see
nice.
metal balloons because I just watched Mike on Breaking Bad blow the...
The
It's
Mylar balloons.
because we have a house and you...
Oh, that's
I've learned
right.
squirrels and those ground things that I hate, moles and gophers, ruin everything.
Yep.
Can't have anything nice. And first of all, they ate all the fruit off of the trees I planted. I was so proud of.
Squirrels were
and
pirates,
then second of all, he put in lighting, and it's uplighting on the columns in the back, and it was just really beautiful. And about every 5 to 6 months, we come home and half of them are out, or all of them are out.
Through or something.
Yes.
Low voltage lighting. They in the schools. It's funny. It's low voltage enough where they got to be like, oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So squirrels are the number one cause of power outages.
Listen to this. This is kind of funny. The American Public Power Association says that squirrels are the most frequent cause of power outages in the U.S. The APPA even developed a data tracker called the Squirrel Index. that analyzes.
By the way, next time lights go out, I'll be like, "Goddamn Squirrel Index."
Typically, the squirrels cause problems by tunneling, chewing through electrical insulation, or becoming a current path between electrical conductors.
Yeah, so some squirrels don't make it.
Oh, well, we had our heat quit working at the cabin, and it was because a squirrel climbed in to get warm,
To the vent.
and he became air fried.
Yeah, he was. He definitely was crispy.
He was.
But
it broke the heater.
The heater guy pulls out this piece of squirrel jerky, and I'm like, oh shit! It was not pretty. I didn't.
In like a
see
stiff.
It. Yeah, he was. He was like.
Speaking of animals, I've been really closely following the story of this Labradoodle named Will in Decatur, Georgia. A rescue place called Dog Days Rescue saved him in the beginning of December. Someone set him on fire.
Guys, somebody set this poor dog on fire.
He's the most precious baby, and I really want him, and I'm going to try to get him. You told me to. You said, get him. Your heart is so big for animals, too. You looked at it and went, get him. So they're currently he's having cod skin grafts, and he almost died yesterday, and it's been 7 weeks of absolute hell, and he's burned all over his body. So go to Dog Days Rescue on Facebook, and they have the wanted poster there. If you live in Georgia, please circulate that, because they're trying to find out who he belonged to try and get to the bottom of who did it.
Just so you know, there is no level of torture that this person who set this dog on fire doesn't deserve. There is no. I would be like, can we get some ISIS guys? Can we bring some ISIS in to get this guy? Get some ISIS guys who loved animals to track this fucker down.
Right,
he set this dog on fire. So I have an anger for it. When she showed you the first time you showed me the picture, I was like, we have to find this man. Whoever did
Somebody
this.
really wanted a hot dog.
Wow.
That is your worst pun ever.
You actually
and you're cut off of puns.
It's weird to end on that
you
one.
should see his baby face.
That went dark.
That was dark.
Understanding that he's going to have special needs his whole life and stuff, and probably not have hair. If he does survive, they're giving him transfusions, and he's the sweetest. He's got the sweetest eyes and the sweetest face, and he's fighting. He's really fighting. But anyway, I would take care of him and do those things. I don't have a kid. I can take a special needs puppy.
Special needs puppy.
We'd rename him though,
and these guys would take care of him.
I think they would love him. So I'm gonna try.
All right, guys. We're gonna try to wrap this up. I don't know how you're gonna edit this. We're gonna wrap this up. For myself, the lovely Bombshell Ray, and the Highlander. Later.
Peace out. That's you.
Fun fact.
No.
We already did it.
Poochie, say goodbye. Poochie, say goodbye.
He put his paw on it.
We're done.
You got to say there can only be one or be
at the
only
beginning
one.
and the end. Well, that's all I wanted to know.
You always say it at the end.
didn't you say it?
Did you really just ruin it on accident? I thought it was okay.
There could be only one.
For myself, the lovely Bombshell Ray, and the Highlander. Later.
Peace out.
There can be only one?
Thank
Is that what we're doing?
Oh my God.